What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from Geekster Labs, and today I have a product review for cases that were sent to me free for review from Raptic. And these are all of the cases that are available for the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max from Raptic. So I'm going to give you guys some close-up details and looks of all of these cases, and we're going to do that right now. Okay, now let's check out the Terrain case from Raptic. So this one retails for $39.99. It does offer 10 feet of drop protection. It's available for the Pro Max and the regular Pro, the 13 Pro, and it comes in 3 different colors. So I have 2 colors I have here is the blue and the black, and they also have it available in a pink color. And so you can see the black version right here has a frosted clear back with a black color band around it. And I have the version of it, the blue one, on my phone right now. So this is what it looks like when it's on the phone. So a nice frosted back. I really like the texture of this because it kind of prevents you from leaving fingerprints and such, as opposed to those ones that are super glossy, clear back, so you can see fingerprints all over the place. Nice little additive color. You can see the color of your phone through, which is pretty nice. So let's go ahead and look up some close-up details of this case. So here on the side of the case, we have a nice big opening for the mute switch, so really easy to get your finger into there, even if you have large fingers like me. We have 2 button covers for the volume up and down, but you can still feel the click even through the case, which is pretty nice. A little bit of branding right there with the name. Get to the bottom, we have a nice large opening for the lightning port and for the speaker and the microphone on both sides right there. Roll it around to the side, and we have the sleep and wake button, so that's also being protected and covered up, but you can still also feel that click through there as well. So it has a nice kind of texture to it. It's like a TPU softer material, so it does feel kind of grippy in your hand. Get to the back, we have a nice huge large opening for all 3 of those cameras on the back right there. So no issues with any kind of bounce back or anything with the flash, because it's right off the edge. So that lines up pretty well, and that does have some of a lip there. So let me see if I can get the edge of this in focus. So it does lift up. So there are some cases that are bulky enough to where they don't show a lip for the camera, but this one does have a slight edge of it to keep the case thin. But as you can see, when it is on the front of the phone, it does have a little bit of a lip on the edge. So you can notice it like right about here. So if you do put this face down on a table, it is technically not touching the glass of the screen. You see right here. So it is kind of keeping it off the table if you were to drop it face down. So it does offer some pretty good drop protection right there as well. And I think it'll do a good job of protecting your phone, especially since it does offer that 10-foot drop protection. So let's get to the next case. Alright, now let me show you guys the Air case. And so this one retails for $39.99. This is a little bit higher price. This one does feature a 13-foot drop protection, and it also features an aluminum band on the top and bottom, so that's probably why this is a little bit higher in price. It comes in 3 different colors. It comes in clear, red, and blue. So I obviously have the red and white clear version right here. And the red looks pretty sharp and pretty nice in my opinion, so that's probably my favorite color of all those. But I'm gonna give you guys a demo of this in the clear on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. Okay, so here we have a close-up of the case itself. We have a nice large opening on the side here for the mute switch. Volume up and down buttons are being protected, but they do have these little crystal clear looking buttons, but you can still feel the click through there. I love how the side rails are actually completely transparent, so if you do have the gold iPhone like this one, you can still see your color through the phone. But it does feature these really nice aluminum bumpers on the top and bottom, which are a nice touch for the case right there. Get to the bottom of the case, we can see that the lightning port is a nice large opening, so even if you have a plug that's not the Apple one but a slightly larger one, it should fit in there just fine. Microphone, speaker, all those ports are good to go. Get to the side right here, we have another for the sleep and wake button. We have a protected cover so that you can still feel the click through there as well, but it does protect that button. And this one is showing a little bit of a lip as well. So for the camera, if you can see, it's not completely flush. It does have a little bit of an edge on there, but when the camera lines up real perfectly, no issues with the flash bounce off or anything like that. Really good line up and cut right there on the case. The back is like a nice gloss finish, so it definitely looks real sharp, really nice. It will probably pick up a little bit of fingerprints once in a while, and if you're really rough with it, it could start to show some scratches over time because it is like a really high gloss type of finish. And when you look in the front of the case, it does show like there is a slight, barely there lip. So if you look right here, it's barely a lip. So if you are putting face down, I don't think it's touching the screen of your phone, but it's pretty darn close to touching it because there's not much of a lip on this case. But this phone does have a glass screen protector on it, so that's probably why it looks a little bit higher than normal. But it definitely doesn't feel like it's touching the screen when it is face down on top of the table. Next case is my favorite one out of the whole bunch, and this is the Shield case. This retails for $29.99, offers 10-foot drop protection, and is available in 5 different colors. So the one I have here I'm going to show you is the red, which is on my Pro Max 13 Pro, my wife's Pro 13 Pro Max right now. So this is the red version. It goes from red to black on the bottom. This is a really nice aluminum band that goes around the whole case. Clear back, which is very nice, a glossy finish. And it just does a really good job of protecting the phone from 10-foot drop protection, which is very nice, but it looks real sharp as well. So let's get some close-up looks of this. So here on the side of the case, we have the mute switch right here, which is pretty easy to get to, a nice large opening, even if you have large fingers. Volume up and down, those are both protected and covered up, but you can still feel the click through there. Get some nice branding right there, and the corners are reinforced, so those kind of stick out a little bit more. And the side is all rubberized, so it has a nice grippy feel to it. Big opening for the lightning port, no issues with that. The speaker, or microphone, the speaker, everything lines up real good. And we have a cover here for the sleep and wake button as well. Like I showed you on the back, we have the camera bump right here, which is lines up really well and doesn't have any issues with the flash bouncing off the edge. It does still have a little bit of a lip of it, as you can see there, so it's not completely flush, because this case is a little bit thinner of a case. But it does have this nice gloss finish back. This will probably show scratches a little bit easier over time if you're kind of rough with the case, and it may show some fingerprints if you're constantly smudging it with your hand. But overall, it has a really cool, nice textured look to it, and it shows the color of your phone. So if you do have the gold or the blue, whatever, it will shine through the case, which is pretty nice. So this is the Shield case. And the last case I'm going to show you guys is the clear case. So this is the cheapest of all the cases. One retails for $19.99. I think the reason why this is the cheapest is because it offers the least amount of drop protection, so 6 feet, which is still very good. But that's probably why this one's priced at $19.99, so 20 bucks. It comes in 2 colors. Comes in a ghosted kind of color, which is one I have here, or a completely clear version. So the one I have here is the ghosted, like smoke, if you will. So this is what it looks like when it's on the, this is the Pro Max version of the case. But it doesn't matter which one you have, they both retail for $19.99. So let's take a closer look at this. Alright, so you can see on the side here we have a nice large opening for the mute switch, easy to get into. Nice crystal looking buttons that cover up the volume up and down buttons, but those are still, you can feel the click through those. We have a band, so it does have a band of color with the smoke one. It's like a black one that kind of covers the edge. So if you have a gold iPhone like this one right here, you may want to get the clear one so you can kind of see your clear band going through it. But in the corners we see these reinforced bumpers, and that's what's going to provide that extra drop protection from 6 feet. Get to the bottom, we have a nice large opening for the lightning cable. That's a pretty big opening there, so if you have a lightning cable that's a little bit larger than the Apple one, that should fit there just fine. Microphone, speaker, cutouts are just perfect for that, and that line up just nicely. We have another clear button here for the sleep and wake button, so that's also something you can feel click through, which is real nice. We do have a, like I showed you earlier on the other ones, we do have a camera bump for this one, so this case is not super thick, and it will still have a bump there on the back of the case, as you can see there with the camera. But everything lines up with the camera really well. The flash and everything, nothing bounces off the edge of the case. It looks really sharp and really nice. The back is like a really glossy finish, so you will see some fingerprints, and you will, if you're kind of rough with it, those scratches may be a little more obvious with this type of texture since it is a gloss finish. So those are my thoughts on these cases from Raptic. If you're interested in purchasing any of these cases, I'll have a link down below in the description to make that really easy to find. If you guys want to check out some of my other videos, I got 2 clips over here. And don't forget to click on my face and to subscribe to my YouTube channel and ring that bell to be notified of all my new reviews as they drop on my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video review.